So Luigi finally snapped. Now, I'm no Nostradamus or anything, I'm just a guy, but it got me thinking. If he gets out, who would be next? Insurance companies excluded because someone already hit that and quit that. Blackrock, Vanguard, State Street, or any other asset management company, to be honest. Take your pick. These three companies own more than 50% of the S&P 500, over $25 trillion. That's enough money to get Elon Musk on all fours 63 times. Blackrock will be our focus in this part, and since they are the biggest, someone out there has definitely painted a giant target on their back. I mean, Luigi had no connections with United Health, he just wanted to take on the Goliath of the health insurance scammers, and Blackrock fits this bill perfectly. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Blackrock doesn't own stocks though, they just manage them. You're right, you young whippersnapper, they don't. But what makes Kim Jong-un scary to Koreans isn't his money, it's his power. You see, Blackrock retains all the voting rights of the stocks they manage. They control them, essentially making all major corporations their bitch. And while being rich and powerful isn't a prerequisite for evil, it certainly is a trigger for the masses. And with their grubby fingers up every pie hole, they are one of the easiest to blame for pretty much anything. Scroll down YouTube and you'll find all these videos about how evil and how much Blackrock controls your life. And even if they aren't, the perception that they are will be enough to push that one degen on Wall Street bets over the edge when he finally snaps. Better pray for that intel guy. Anyways, Blackrock is one of the major reasons why people will never be able to afford a single detached home. Now, let me clear up a common misconception. Blackrock doesn't buy single family homes to flip them. Nah, that's Blackstone, another morally bankrupt company that's destroying your hope of ever owning property. But potato, does that really matter to a deranged killer? Probably not. Most people already think that they're the same company. Just look at what's being Googled. Here, and here. Anyways, Blackrock still heavily invests in condos, apartments, and other multifamily homes. And at the end of the day, they are still slumlords, driving up the prices. You see, condos are way more profitable, so they take the labor that's building single-family homes for you and me, and they put it into building these tiny-ass shoeboxes to rent out to foreign exchange students. Less supply of these companies and materials building single homes means prices for building them increases, driving up prices and doing their part to screw the little guy. They're the closest company that resembles the Illuminati, and we all know how much the internet hates the Illuminati. Now, I've always wondered why so many Americans have no concept of self-care, even though they're just one broken leg away from being bankrupt for generations. But, well. The more obese, diseased, depressed, and out of shape you are, the more money Big Pharma makes. And of course, Big Pharma makes this list since they collect controversies like how the neighborhood neckbeard collects Steam games. Guilty! So let's speedrun some crimes against humanity that Big Pharma has committed. EpiPens save lives, right? And they cost like $2 to make. And since people need them to live, they can't really do much without it. So Mylan Pharmaceuticals bumped the price faster than the latest iPhone. It went from $100 in 2009 to $265 in 2013 to $600 in 2016 and to around $700 today. There's no reason for it. They just did it because they could. And even Pharma bro Martin Scarelli, or whatever his name was like, what the hell, man? But it did give him some ideas. So this piece of shit increased the price of Daparum, a drug used to help people with HIV and cancer, from $13.50 a pill to $750 overnight. But I guess corporate greed is nothing new. Purdue Pharma, they are bankrupt now because of all the lawsuits, but they're the ones who started the opioid crisis. They made OxyContin more addictive than a waifu addiction. But instead of telling doctors that, they're like, nah, it ain't bad. Now go sell. And boy, did they sell it. Like they were in some sort of MLM scheme or something. And boom! Hundreds of thousands of people are still fiending after this stuff. So asbestos is bad, right? But that didn't stop Johnson & Johnson from making sure that it wasn't in their baby powder. In fact, they knew it was in there since 1950s, but didn't do shit till they were caught in 2009. And by the way, people knew the stuff was dangerous since the 1890s, but they didn't care. Every major pharmaceutical company has outright lied about the side effects of their pills. There's the Abilify scandal, an antipsychotic which Bristol and Mayers told doctors that was safe to use for children. It was not safe to use. The Vioxx scandal, a drug that causes heart attacks. Prozac, an antidepressant that may or may not cause suicidal tendencies. Oh, that explains so much. Yeah, there's too many of these to list in this video. But just Wikipedia it, and all the largest class actions were for bullshitting, scheming, and fraud. They all knew their drugs were bad, or had massive side effects that they didn't disclose, or sometimes even they straight up deleted studies that went against their best interest. But I must admit, they do provide a valuable service to society. But when they put profits over people and exploit the vulnerable over and over again, someone's bound to snap. It's no wonder nobody fucking trusts them. So if, and this is a big if, these people didn't get screwed by their insurance companies, there's always Big Pharma around the corner to do it for them. And since these vulnerable people have close to nothing to lose, I suggest these CEOs invest in some goodwill. Any payday loan company, World Acceptance, ARC, Money Mutual, Speedy Cash, doesn't matter. These legalized loan sharks all target the poor. Luigi ain't poor, but tons of other people are. Here's how they keep the poor poor. This is Jimmy. He has a bad credit score, so no self-respecting bank would even let him in. He lives in the ghetto, so all there is around are convenience stores, liquor stores, and a payday loan place. Jimmy needs to pay rent, so he borrows $500 from the payday loan place until he gets his next paycheck. And when the time comes, he has to pay back $700 because of interest. And since Jimmy is a good Samaritan, he likes to use his money to prop up the local economy at the liquor store. But wait a minute, that $200 in interest really screwed up his finances. So now he has to go back to borrow more money at a ridiculously high interest rate, just so he can be a contributing member of society. And the cycle continues. It's a system that's designed to keep Jimmy dependent. These payday loan places directly target people with credit too low to access traditional lending means. Then they abuse them with high interest rates. And who will Jimmy blame during those sleepless nights without his liquor? Any MLM, Amway, Herbalife, World Financial Group, you name it. And if you don't know what an MLM is, Google why that shit is bad ASAP. I'll paint you a picture. What they essentially do is sell you the dream of owning your own business. Sounds good, right? Wrong. Take Amway for example. They sell everything that you can buy at the grocery store. So you take on all the risk by purchasing their products to resell. But you're not really selling their products. The real money is when you try to scam your friends and family into buying into the program so that they can buy and sell the products for you. You become the scammer, scamming your friends with false hope, empty promises, and unattainable dreams. And many people find themselves friendless and in debt with a garage full of garbage products no one ever wants to buy. And when they hit this realization, they'll be looking for someone to give a paddle into.
Cool motive, still murder.
Anyways, hope you laughed or cringed or felt something at least, or maybe even learned a little something, because that's what this channel is all about. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.